I'm your host, and I've got another top 10 list for you today. This one's going to be on the top 10 most bizarre animals you never knew existed. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get started. Coming in at number 10, we have the blobfish. The blobfish is also known as the ugliest animal in the world, and I don't think that's an exaggeration at all. But what's crazy about this fish is that it lives over 2,000 feet below sea level. This makes it very hard to study, which is why we don't know a lot about it. It's believed that they mostly eat crustaceans and other small sea life. They don't have any natural predators because of how deep down they live. But unfortunately, sometimes they are caught in fishing nets. They live off the coast of Australia and Tasmania. Number 9. The goblin shark. This shark has a really long nose with a bunch of receptors on it that can pick up electrical signals from other animals. These signals help them find prey in the dark depths of the ocean where they live. They can grow to be around 12 feet long, but they usually only reach around 6 feet. They have very few natural predators because of how deep down they live and because of their size and strength. The goblin shark has a special ability called the extensible jaw. It can shoot its jaw forward to catch its prey and then retract it just as quickly. Their average lifespan is said to be around 100 years old. Coming in at number 8, we have the aye-aye. The aye-aye is a lemur from Madagascar. It gets its name from the noise that it makes, which sounds like a human laughing. The aye-aye has big, scary eyes and huge claws. They use these claws to tap on trees to find grubs and other insects to eat. The weird thing about the aye-aye is that they only eat the larvae of the insect. They leave the rest of the insect alone. Sometimes they will dig into coconuts to get the soft part inside. They also like to eat mangoes, bananas, other fruits, tree sap, and cactus. Number 7. The red-sided garter snake. This snake is found in the western United States and western Canada. It can grow to be around 4 feet long, but usually stays around 3 feet. The reason why this snake is so weird-looking is because of a genetic mutation. That mutation makes it have a red stripe down the side of its body. Normally, garter snakes are brown or black with a yellow stripe. The strange thing about this snake is that it's one of the few snakes that doesn't lay eggs. Instead, it gives birth to live babies. Coming in at number 6, we have the blobfish. The blobfish looks kind of like a mutated version of the fat snookfish. It's related to pufferfish and sunfish. It lives in Australia and New Zealand. They can grow to be around 3 feet long and weigh about 20 pounds. The blobfish gets its name from its gelatinous appearance. That's because it lives at a depth where the water pressure is extremely high. This makes their body appear very compressed. When they are brought up to the surface, their body expands because there's less water pressure. Now, this is the cause of their ugly appearance. They can't really move around very well, and that's probably why they are such great at being camouflaged. Number 5, the star-nosed mole. The star-nosed mole is a very strange-looking creature. It gets its name from its pink, fleshy nose that has 22 star-shaped appendages on it. These appendages are covered in sensitive receptors that can sense touch, temperature, and moisture. This helps them find food in the dark soil where they live. They're also used for smelling. They can smell food from far away and then use their other senses to find the exact location. The interesting thing about the star-nosed mole is that they can eat 50% of their body weight per day. That means if they weigh 2 pounds, they will eat 1 pound of food each day. Number 4, the salp. The sallet is a free-floating invertebrate that lives in the ocean. They are related to sea squirts and can grow to be around 6 inches long. The weird thing about the sallet is that they have a transparent body that allows you to see right through them. This makes it difficult for their predators to see them. In some cases, they form large groups that can cover miles of ocean surface. They feed by filtering tiny plants and animals out of the water. The interesting thing about the salp is that scientists believe that they may be able to help fight climate change. That's because they absorb carbon dioxide as they filter feed. If we could figure out a way to farm them, they could potentially remove tons of carbon dioxide from our atmosphere. No. 3. The Dumbo octopus. The Dumbo octopus gets its name from the Disney character Dumbo because of its large ears. These ears are actually modified arms that it uses to steer itself through the water. They are also used for mating rituals. The Dumbo octopus can grow to be around 8 inches long, but usually stays around 6 inches. They are found in the waters around Hawaii and Japan. The Dumbo octopus is a very strange-looking creature because it's almost entirely white. Most animals that live in deep waters are black or dark blue. This is to help them camouflage with the night sky. But the Dumbo octopus doesn't need to worry about that because it lives in the twilight zone, an area where there is still some sunlight. No. 2. The tardigrade. The tardigrade is a microscopic animal that can be found almost anywhere on Earth. They are also known as water bears or moss piglets. They can survive in extreme conditions, such as very low oxygen levels, radiation, and extreme temperatures. The weird thing about the tarsier is that it's one of the only animals that can survive in outer space. They can be frozen for years and then come back to life. They can also be dehydrated for years and then rehydrate and still survive. One of the most amazing things about the tardigrades is that they have been around for over 100 million years. Finally, coming in at our number 1 spot, we have the Gorgonopsians. The Gorgonopsians are a group of extinct mammals that lived in Africa during the Eocene epoch. They were around from about 56 to 34 million years ago. The weird thing about the Gorgonopsians is that they had a very strange appearance. They had huge fangs that protruded from their mouths and were often seen floating above their heads. They also had a bony frill around their neck that was covered in spikes. The Gorgonopsians were large, shaggy-coated proto-wolverines that lived in open grasslands. They were active both day and night and fed on a variety of animals, including other mammals, birds, and reptiles. Despite their relatively small size, the Gorgonopsians were powerful predators and were often successful hunters. However, the Gorgonopsians went extinct around 34 million years ago for reasons that are not fully understood. Some paleontologists believe that they were outcompeted for resources by other predators, while others think that they were wiped out by a sudden environmental change. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please stay tuned. We've got plenty more videos coming your way. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.